Karl. Do you want to talk about Karl Stefanovic?
You want to talk about Karl Stefanovic?
Not really, but you do.
I do.
You didn't want to talk about cricket, so I'll let you do your thing.
Oh, have I got some commentary to spread on this Karl guy? Well, tell me, what do you know about Karl Stefanovic, Conor?
I grew up watching the Today Show.
Well, exactly.
Well, I thought Karl was always very funny, and
that's how a lot of people know the man.
I thought he always he did have a really good way, I think, on the Today Show of sort of breaking the mold a little bit and not being like too corporate and kind of pushing it a little bit. And he always had his notorious like scenes where he would always like laugh at something that was inappropriate. Yeah, he was.
I remember those, when I was like 13, 14, starting to get the hang of like Facebook and all that. You see these viral clips of Karl laughing at inappropriate moments, or he's just being funny. He was a funny guy, and I'll give him that. Okay,
Yeah, he was like, for an Australian, I think he was pretty funny.
I mean, I will say though, just my first criticism, he's a little bit, I don't know, teenage boy coded, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it makes sense that I found him funny when I was like 13, 14.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I don't find him all that.
No, needless to say, this has stopped.
Interesting or compelling, frankly. So, Karl Stefanovic, as you mentioned, was host of, what did you say it was? The Today Show?
The Today Show, yeah.
Which I feel like must be an American show.
Yeah, the Today Show is like everywhere, I feel like.
Yeah, but the Australian Today Show.
The Aussie Today Show.
I'm sure. But basically, Karl still remains a host from what I understand.
Fired.
Well, something big, all right. To set up the story, Karl was a host up until very, very, very recently on the Today Show, and he's been trying to branch out and do this like show, this independent show. Let me show you what we're talking about here. He was onto something big, all right. When you start seeing TV hosts with a microphone in front of their face, it's
never a good idea.
Not good to see that pivot. But he's trying to do this whole thing. I don't even know where's the best. Here we go, the YouTube link.
Bruh.
Oh.
A very different podcast. Somehow I really doubt that.
He's doing something different, folks, from what he normally does. So
they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I saw he spoke to Barnaby Joyce recently.
That's hilarious. Barnaby Joyce, who notoriously knocked up his secretary.
Well, let's.
Was it his secretary or someone on his party? I don't want to.
He did. I
was
believe
it his secretary?
He did. It was an employee, I think. I don't know his secretary directly, but it was an aide.
It was Daniel Aide.
No. So he spoke to. I'm just trying to see if I can find the part of the interview, because I think it looked like they were like walking down a street together. Oh no, maybe this guy is just talking about the. I don't know. I can't tell with this damn show.
Bring his Western boots. They bring me back to my roots. Years on the back of horses and out in the fields north of Cairns. This brand means a lot to me. Built by patriotic Aussies for Aussies who love this country. What? It's more than clothing. It's a lifestyle.
Is this a sponsor?
Did he record that voiceover in like in a barn?
He's like, we need to do the
boot sponsor.
He's doing a sponsor for boots?
Built for hard work on the farm and even harder work in the studio. There's never
the wing.
Stop it.
The wing.
Carl.
And then,
better time
you horse's ass.
They're having a huge end of financial year sale now for 1 week only. Go to.
Sorry, I was caught up in Carl's.
Call him a horse's ass.
Yeah.
Get it? Because he's riding a horse.
And he's an ass. Yeah, I get it. Here we go. This is Barnaby.
Here he is, Barnaby.
It's I didn't have a house under you guys. I didn't have a house under you guys, and I want a house.
Yeah, I think there's a fair bit of discontent out there, is what you're saying. But no.
So Barnaby asking Karl for a house there. No, so you get the idea. He's doing this thing. He's trying to come off as like independent. I find this interesting where it's like Karl probably has the money to make the show look nicer than this, and I mean, I guess, I'll admit it, like we do it, like we got the whole, the podcast set up, like it looks like we're doing an internet show because we've got the mics and stuff, but I just find this kind of a weird, deliberate choice from someone like Karl, who is such a mainstream figure, to look like he's like I'm an independent podcaster because I got a mic in front of my face.
He's independent because he doesn't work for Nine anymore, I guess.
So this show, he was doing this show while he worked for Nine.
Yes.
And he was produced. So this was not part of his Nine contract. This is a show produced by himself. You know, I know you can't tell from the production value, but he paid for this himself without Nine's involvement. And I think his idea was, this is going to be my safety net if I do get fired or if something happens.
What are they going to do? Fire me?
And then I can go do my show. I can take sponsors. You know, I can make money outside of like the mainstream network or whatever. And he has been building this thing for a while. He did do something that is kind of sort of connected to the story, but a little bit separate. He hired this guy, Drew Pavlou.
Yeah, I think he sent me this.
Is like an internet like troll, basically. I don't really know what other way to describe him, but he just recently hired this individual.
Something big, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like this guy personally. He recently did that like NDIS fraud exposed video, and
as people who work for the NDIS.
Do you remember, wasn't he the guy, Billie Eilish made that speech about no one's illegal, and he was like, I'm going to move into Billie Eilish's house or whatever.
Because,
he does all these dumb stunts. You know,
we shit on Billy on this show, but, you know.
But come on now.
Come on.
So, this guy is Karl's newest hire, which, you know, I think, personally, I think that kind of says enough in and of itself. But Karl has been pushing this show, this independent show that he has, and it has kind of built into almost maybe a monster that he can't control, because he went and had this interview with a character called Tommy Robinson.
Ugh.
Do you know the name?
Anyone but that prick. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
So this guy...
He's just bad news, that guy. I don't...
Thomas Robbie.
He is such a... He gives this, like... He's like, I'm just a regular England bloke who loves his country and just wants things to be the way they were. And
they're going after me because I love this country.
Yeah, and I love... And we got the goat Big John out here who, you know... speaks about it respectfully and doesn't want to just be like a massive twat about the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, you could love your country and want to advocate for it and not be a prick. I mean,
this proud of where you're from and not be a prick. Yeah, exactly.
This guy Tommy Robinson has a list of hits. I mean, I don't even have the full list in front of me, but off the top of my head, I mean, I think he was legally found to have defamed a teenager because he kind of falsely like accused him of being part of some gang or you know, some criminal activity. So he copped, you know, a fine for that. He's gotten other trouble. Now, you know, he likes to claim that he's been prosecuted for his free speech. I think there's a line when you're like kind of inciting harassment against people or like a group of people, which honestly I think he has done.
That's the thing. It's like, and they hide through. You know, it's like, I'm just doing free speech.
Yeah, I'm just asking questions.
But you're like, you are affecting these people's lives and evading their privacy. And also, now that you're dealing with, you know, them uploading stuff online, they find out who they are and they dox them and they harass them and they do all sorts of nonsense.
From what I've seen, he's made some pretty hateful statements and commentary about immigrants, about Muslims. Yeah, it's suspicious, I tell you. And he just is honestly all around not a very nice character. He seems to bring chaos and like rioting and violence wherever he goes from his, like, you know, dumbass supporters who
There's the thing
hate
you're
immigrants.
looking for at the top with
Where?
Karl.
What, this thing?
Nah, the one about that. The first one of the photos.
Oh yeah, here you go. So this was the forbidden interview.
Unite the Kingdom. Okay.
Yeah, so this was a clip, a snippet. Now, the entire interview has been posted on Twitter and remains there because it's like
always a great sign when they upload to Twitter only.
Yeah, you can.
That's always a great sign that it's going to be a really good time.
So Karl Stefanovic, as you can see here, interviewed Tommy Robinson, and very soon after he posted this interview, which was weird. It was like them walking and talking through the street. It was a bizarre way to do it.
All right, Tommy, tell me about the United Kingdom and how bad it's been.
Well, as you can see, There's an immigrant over there. Disgusting.
He's probably up to no good.
Yeah. So this interview was posted and very swiftly deleted. Now,
Right.
there was a lot of conspiracy about this. People said, oh, they silenced him. You know, he's getting censored and all this. From everything we can tell, he pulled it down himself. He's not being censored. And I'll explain a little bit more why I feel that that's the case. Basically, 9 News made a statement that, you know, we don't produce the Karl Stefanovic show, but we've received a lot of viewer feedback and complaints about Karl's interview with this guy. Obviously, they weren't very happy. I have a feeling Karl did get a call from an angry 9 News person being like, you know, take it down or whatever. But my point is that he chose to take it down. If he wanted to die on the hill of free speech and say, like, well, if you want to fire me, like, I'm keeping it up, he could have done that, but he didn't do
It gives fucker Carlson vibes.
It does. And then preceding this whole hullabaloo, I think he took it down in an effort to save his job. He was like, oh, don't fire me, please. I'll take it down. And it didn't work because
I can convince him, okay?
he also made this.
Okay? Just let me, please.
He made this desperate video. I believe there's a 9 News executive with a gun off camera. This was his, I don't know, what would you say, apology, I guess?
Hey guys, some weaker. So I'm free. Truly independent. I didn't get the chance to thank my free-to-air audience for 21 great years.
Okay, sorry, this is his message after being fired.
He has now since been fired.
He's accepted. He's not groveling.
He's accepted his fate.
He is a new man.
Correct.
So thank you for riding the ups and downs. You have my thanks and you have all of my love. To my colleagues, I'll ring you privately. But Sayers, look after everyone for me. I know they'll miss me desperately, especially Halos and Isaac and Abby and Timmy. But everyone there, I look forward to seeing you soon. To my audience on this show, thank you for your messages over the last couple of days. It has really meant everything to me. It wasn't easy this last couple of days.
What kind of you've put yourself in a bit of a hole now, because what kind of messages are you getting? Fuck them immigrants. I'm with you, Karl. You know, like you've now put yourself in a box where you're stuck being propped up by like the worst kind of people.
The thing is, Karl, it's like, I guess my thing that I'd say to him is like, you know, you started a career in, you know, traditional media, and you know there are obviously going to be things that you can and can't say, and you know, I'm not necessarily saying that's a good thing. Hello, we're on YouTube right now for a reason.
Karl could have.
We could have done that, and we didn't.
Last week,
it's like, dude, you have a career. You had a career. Like, you built your career through that. People know you because of that.
He's had this show for a while. 150,000 subscribers, which is not terrible for like an independent show.
That isn't terrible.
But I can understand why he wouldn't want to leave his industry gig just to do this. But I mean, yeah, what did you think was going to happen, bro?
But we roll on. So here's what I believe in. The public deserve to hear perspectives. This country was built by, you know, hard-working Aussies from all around the world, and they were bound by the same values, but very different experiences. So on my show, I've spoken to people who have
he's talking about Aussies, but he was talking to Tommy Robinson from the UK.
Why is he in a public park? I just kind of realized he looks like he's in like a public
getting some fresh air. And
I don't know why he filmed this here.
It's probably just getting some fresh air. He's takes him back to the days on the ranch.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're right though. He's like, my free speech is being violated because I was on vacation to another country and interviewed like a controversial foreign national.
But you're talking about hardworking Australians, and it's like, your audience is obviously primarily Australian. So why are you...
Does it bring that much value to your audience to interview this kind of a guy?
You can interview people like, you know, Louis Theroux's like Manosphere documentary. Like, no one leaves that and goes, Louis part of the Manosphere. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can... You obviously had an agenda. You obviously had an opinion. You obviously agreed with him. And so now you're sitting here doing the old sob story of like, oh, I've been fired and it's all their fault, you know?
Yeah, look, I'll admit I'll admit to not having watched the full interview between Karl and Tommy, just because I'm sure some people will care about that. You know, I hope my commentary is still valid.
Dan brought this in, by the way.
Sorry. I did watch bits of it, and from what I saw of that interview, it was not very... He didn't challenge him.
Yeah, why
It wasn't
would he?
combative.
Yeah.
It was just giving him a platform to say his bullshit, which I think kind of sucks. And also this idea of free speech, it's like... Firstly, people get this wrong all the time. Free speech is the government can't punish you for your speech. No, you're not being punished by the government for your speech. Like... If the company you work at fires you because they don't like the extracurricular activities you're doing, like, you joined the mainstream media. That's part of the business. That's part of the deal you kind of sign. You know what I mean? Like, if Karl went and started OnlyFans, would he expect to keep his job? Like, you know, you got to have some understanding about... I don't think it's free speech when you're going off and interviewing this toxic character. Sorry. You know, is that so crazy?
I know that winds some people up. Sometimes I agree with everything a guest says, sometimes I don't. But importantly, you get to make up your mind. You have the right to hear from different voices.
Stop it.
Freedom
You obviously
of
went
speech.
in with an agenda. You
my.
agreed with him. That's the whole idea. It's like, you make your opinion when they don't show both sides.
It's silly because... Did he make any effort to show the opposing side to Tommy Robinson? Like, no, he wasn't interested in doing that. And, like, I don't think you necessarily have to be, but I'm just saying I don't buy this bullshit. Like, I'm just bringing all the different perspectives and putting it forward. We're going to let light be the best disinfectant and everything's going to be talked out in the discourse. It's like, bro, to do that, you have to actually challenge the guest and push back on their worldview to, like, flesh it out and present a different version of how things could be. Yeah, I mean, I don't buy this bullshit.
Here and around the world is what this show is about. You don't have to listen to my show. You have the power. You are smart enough to make up your own mind.
Well, thank you, Karl. Yeah, we will make up our own mind and not tune in to the Karl Stefanovic show.
Cut that out. It's the last time I ever worked with you.
I mean, look, it's got 140, nearly 150. They need the subs. So,
well, thank you, Karl.
Thank you for, bringing us the hard-hitting journalism.
The only reason I play
Australian people
this soundbite, Dan,
move on.
It's only because fuck me, time's gone so quick. We're like an hour and 7 minutes in. So I was thinking... We could do beer of the week.
The move on soundbite is less of a move on soundbite. It's more of a I'm done with this segment. End it right now. Soundbite.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, there's a show. There's a show to do. What do you mean?
All right. You want to?
Does Dan not like the move on soundbite?
Get
live
ready
on
to
the
crack
air?
a beer. No, I love the move on soundbite.
Move on.
I'm just. It's an hour and.
You're rage baiting me, and you know it. You know.
Okay, I'm rage baiting you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
an hour and 7 minutes in. I just, we've only spoken about two. We've spoken to, down the third man who's there, and we've. You want more than two topics?
Conor needs to get to
no
Supergirl. He feels it in his bones.
Boy, you should have had to throw a party.
I'm sorry, Dan. Were you done talking about it? Or?
Welcome to Beer of the Week.
Oh my! If you want to keep talking about it, you can.
No, the segment is. I've moved on. I'm the one who's moved on.
I thought you only had the video to play left. I'm so sorry.
I can convince him.
Today,
okay,
we are drinking.
Okay.
Chainbreaker American IPA.
I apologize if
you don't have
if you want to do the rest of this. Was that the end of it? Or?
Yeah, I didn't really have anything else to say.
You have to mind read sometimes when you're doing a show to know what's happening next. I did not mean to cut you. I would never cut you off.
It's all good.
Move on.
The controversial move on segment.
The segment was done. No, the segment was done.
Was it done? Because it sounds like it wasn't.
It
by
was
the way
done.
That you okay.
It was pretty much done, but I wanted to be able to end the segment and not have be
that's
hit with
why I said
move on soundbites. And that's just the end of the segment.
Okay, you can't. Okay, when I play the move
I
on
need some
soundbite,
Chainbreaker.
you can move on by wrapping it up. You don't just have to like have a tantrum and like close the link and be like, I'm done.
Me have a tantrum. Wow.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying you could have. I'm not saying you have to like end it there. I'm not trying to be a Nazi.
When do I wrap it up? After the 4th or the 5th time you play the soundbite?
I am a producer on this show. I'm looking at the clock. It's right in front of me.
I know.
It says 1 hour and 9 minutes, about to hit 1 hour and 10.
I'm getting...
And I just thought we should hit all the... In the title, we had Uzier, and we had Karl Stefanovic and Supergirl. I thought we could hit them all in like 20 minutes. Is that such a crime?
It's not a crime. And I'm down to move on.
I'm so sorry. I generally did not mean to.
No, it's fine.
And thank you for...
Sometimes we need a bit of drama on the show, especially during the Beer of the Week segments.
Well, you spelled my name wrong, so...
yeah, that's what this is all about.
And then on the air said my name wrong.
So that's what this is about.
Well, I didn't want to bring it up again, but you kind of made me.
God, have we successfully broken the chain?
Boy, you sure know how to throw a party.
Yeah.
These look good, actually.